My name's Emma. I'm going to lead us through a really gentle yoga practice for self-care. I won't use any props here, but if you have a pillow or a blanket that you would like for final relaxation, go ahead and find that and put it next to your mat. We're going to start in a child's pose. So take the knees out nice and wide, bring the toes together and sink the hips back. Allow the arms to lengthen in front of you. Feel the shoulder blades plugging down into the spine. Begin to bring your awareness to all of the parts of your body that are facing the earth. Begin to imagine you have roots growing from all the parts of your body that are facing the earth. Getting really connected to that earth energy, the grounding. Feeling held, allowing yourself to rest in that safe space. Shift your awareness to the abdomen, your breath. On the inhales, feel the rise, the expansion. And on your exhales, feel the settling, the grounding, the earth energy. And begin to draw the inhales and the exhales really deep into the low belly. So we're activating our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and relax. And as you begin to find a deeper state of relaxation, begin to leave all of the distracting thoughts, anything that's not going to serve you for the next 30 minutes. Outside of your space, the to-do lists, things that you expect to get done today. Begin to visually place them outside of the door, away from your space, committing to staying present with yourself as a form of self-care. Extend the arms nice and long, so we're tenting on the fingertips here. Breathe into that length on both side bodies. And then begin to shift up into your tabletop pose. We're going to stack the shoulders under the wrists and the hips over the knees. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow. And on your exhale, round through the upper back for cat. Inhaling for cow, gazing up, and exhaling for cat, rounding the spine. And then you can stay with these breaths, but I'll invite you to close the eyes and make this movement more organic. I like to shift my hips to one side, taking big circles, coming past the wrists. And if you're circling the hips, move the other direction. And meeting in that table pose, we're going to ground through the left shin and the left palm, spiraling open to the right, so that right foot is going to plant flat on the mat. We're going to open the right arm up. So we're in our side gate pose. You're going to reach the right hand overhead and breathe into that nice side body stretch on the right side. Really rooting through the pinky edge side of that right foot, reaching equally in the opposite direction with the right fingertips. And then I'll invite you to lift that right leg, so we're engaging through the outside of that right hip flexor. Maybe you bend the foot here, reach around for the foot, and then open the heart on your inhale. Exhale brings you back down to that table. We're gonna sit back on the heels here and take a wrist stretch. You're gonna flip the fingertips back so they're facing the knees, and then just slowly walk out the wrists here. Using your breath, spreading the fingertips nice and wide so you have lots of surface area, lots of different muscles to stretch in the wrist. And slowly flipping onto the tops of the hands here, stretching through the forearms. Again, spreading the hands nice and wide, the pinkies wide, the thumbs wide. And then begin to pedal out the hands. Notice if you started holding your breath and begin to come back to those deep belly breaths. Slowly coming back up to your tabletop pose, maybe noticing a little more space in the wrists. We're coming to our side gate pose on the other side. You're going to kickstand that right foot out and then spinning onto the pinky edge side of the left foot now. Grounding through the right hand, lift the left arm overhead. Coming into that side body stretch, reaching the left fingertips overhead. Ground equally through the pinky edge side of the left foot and reach through the left hand. Imagining this rainbow arch shape with the side body. You can stay here or you can lift that left leg high, engaging through the outside of the left hip. Flex through the left heel. Maybe you bend through that left foot, reach around for the inside arch and kick into the hand, opening the heart. And then exhale, return back to that table pose. We're gonna shift forward and slowly lower all the way onto the belly here. The hands are framing the low rib. On an inhale, lift the head and the chest, baby cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. There's no weight in the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, one more, baby cobra. Lift the head and the chest. And exhale, release. We're going to press deeper into the hands here, so really press the hands into the earth and straightening those elbows to any degree. We're going to take the gaze up and back, so we're really opening through the front line of the fascia. And then exhale, melt down. Coming into Sphinx pose, we're planting the forearms here on the earth. Plug the forearms and the elbows into the earth. Spread the hands wide. Feel the shoulders plug down and back into their sockets. And bring the chin to the chest. We're just going to take half circles here. Stretching through the back of the neck, the upper back. Moving with your breath, those deep, mindful belly breaths. Bring the head back to center, and we're going to press back to our child's pose. This time bringing the knees together, and we're going to wrap the hands back around towards the ankles. Taking just a couple deep breaths here to reconnect where we started. we're going to stand on the shins. Coming into our camel pose, you're going to tuck the toes here. Starting with the right hand, you're going to reach the right hand back for that right ankle and then lift the left arm high. Switching it out here on your next exhale, you're going to bring the left hand back to the left ankle. Lift the right arm up. Exhale, the right arm finds the right ankle. The left arm lifts up. Maybe you find a deeper arch in the spine, pressing the hips forward. Last one, the left hand finds the left ankle. Reach the right arm overhead, really opening through the front line of the body, through the hip flexors. Bringing the hands to the low back here, and begin to return to your seat. From here, we're going to find a different seat, coming into a couple seated forward folds. So for our first forward fold, you're going to rock back and forth on the hip flexors, really ground through the sits bones, find a tall spine. Placing a generous bend in the knees here, take a deep inhale to reach the arms high, and exhale to fold forward to any degree, keeping that bend in the knees. Keeping the flat back here so we're not rounding, we're pushing the heart through the heels. Keeping the feet flexed. And we'll be here for a couple more breaths. Take another inhale. And exhale. Now you can round the back, keeping the bend in the knees, or you can straighten the legs. Tucking the chin into the chest here, stretching through the entire back body. It's less about the hamstrings and more about the back body. You can thread your hands underneath the knees here, really round through the upper back. Bring your awareness to the back of the heart space in between the shoulder blades. And breathe into that space. Every exhale, you sink deeper, finding more connection with the body, with the breath. And becoming really present with yourself as a form of self-care. Slowly begin to walk the hands back up towards the hips. Wiggle out the knees here. And then coming into another seated forward fold, we're going to bring the right foot into the left leg. Reaching the hands high here. And exhale, bend over towards the left side, reaching the right hand high. So just like we did in our gate pose, we're spiraling the chest open, really reaching through the right hand and equally grounding through the right sits bone. So you should feel a really nice side stretch here. You can keep the right fingertips reaching, or if you can keep the heart open, you're gonna find the left toes. Again, really spiral the heart open. And then on your next exhale, we're going to close the chest, so we're squaring the chest off. So we're facing the left leg here. The hands are on either side of the left leg. Taking a deep inhale, really pull the heart through the heel. And then exhale to fold. You can keep the head lifted here, or you can drop it, stretching through the back body again. Breathing into the right side of your low back here. If you want to take this stretch deeper into the low back, you're going to reach the right arm forward, possibly grabbing onto the outside edge of that left foot. Walking the hands back up towards the hips. We're going to take a nice counter stretch here, fallen angel. You're going to take the right hand, place it back behind the right hip, press into the shin and the left foot, lift the hips high, and exhale, release. Coming into the other side of this stretch, just switching sides. The left foot finds the inside of the right leg. You're going to reach the hands high and then exhale, find that side bend. Reaching the left hand overhead, spiraling the heart open. Maybe you gaze up. Again, really ground through the left hip, really reach through the left fingertips. And then exhale to square the chest towards the right toes. Inhale, kind of halfway lift, reach the heart through the right toes, and then exhale, fold. Breathing here. After a couple breaths, when your body settles, maybe you find a little more space in the physical body. Maybe you release the head. You can reach for the outside edge of that right foot here if you want a deeper stretch in the left side of the low back. Staying with the breath on your inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up towards the hips, taking that counter stretch here. So you're going to plant the left arm back behind you, lift the right arm high, press into the feet, gazing up. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to take the feet together for Baddha Konasana or butterfly stretch. You're going to take your peace fingers and interlace them between the big toes. On an inhale, you're going to lift the heart open. And on your exhale, you're going to super gently fold forward to any degree. If you don't like the peace bind, you can find the ankles here. Again, keeping the heart open so it's not about folding forward all the way. And we're going to walk the hands back here, rolling over the shins, finding a quick downward facing dog as a transition. So you're going to lift the hips nice and high, bending the knees generously. Allow the forehead to melt. Maybe shake the head out, yes and no. releasing any tension in the neck. Really plug the shoulders down and into the spine, and then pedal out the feet here. On an inhale, you're going to lift the right leg, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring the right shin forward. We're coming into our half pigeon pose. So that left leg is extended back behind you. You're going to walk the hands back to frame the hips here. Open the chest. Maybe lift the hands up, place them on the hips so you really find that center. And you can stay up here, or I'll invite you to fold forward, finding our sleeping pigeon. I like to stack my hands here, place my forehead on the hands. And really cultivate a deep breath here, so when we get into the hips, it can be really intense. We often hold a lot of stressors and emotions that maybe we haven't dealt with physically in the body. For a lot of us, that's in our hips. And just find somewhere you can soften 10% more. With every exhale, find yourself settling into that earth energy a little deeper. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. When you're ready, walking the hands back up towards the hips. You're going to tuck those left toes and take it up and back for your downward facing dog. Should feel nice to straighten both legs here and pedal out the feet or find stillness. Find the opposite side of our half pigeon. We're going to lift the left leg here in three-legged dog. And exhale, the left shin comes forward. Sinking down into our half pigeon on the left side. Often we're really imbalanced between both side bodies, so notice that. You can always place a pillow under that left hip. Again, bringing the hands to the hips, squaring it off here. Take a deep inhale. And if you choose, folding forward, walking the hands forward, stacking the hands, put the opposite hand on top if you can remember, and place the head down, resting the forehead on something. You can also stack the wrists here. And again, notice if you're holding the breath when it becomes intense. And as a form of self-care, again, really just cultivate those deep breaths and send them into any parts of your body that are experiencing more tension. On the exhales, we soften, we connect to that earth energy. If the mind begins to wander, maybe bring your awareness to a mantra. Notice what the first word that comes to your mind is. Maybe it's something you need to cultivate. Silently repeating in your head this mantra: I am whole, I am loved, I am held. Whatever you would like to cultivate, just bring that into your space here. Take 2 more breaths. And then begin to walk the hands back up towards the hips. And this time we're just going to sit onto the left hip, bring the right leg around, and we're going to find our backs. Laying down here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest and wrap the hands around the shins here nice and tight. We're going to rock side to side, just massaging the spine on the earth. And then from here, we're coming into shoelace posture. So you're going to cross your legs here like you're sitting in a chair. The right leg is stacked over the left leg. You're going to reach for the outer edges of the feet. And then your shins are going to face parallel up to the earth. Bringing your feet closer to your shoulders. You should feel a nice stretch here on the outside edges of the hips, the glutes. And then just begin to switch here so the left leg is on top. Bring the shins parallel to the ceiling and then squeezing gently the feet towards the shoulders. Exhale, release. From here, you're going to walk the feet out nice and wide and windshield wiper the shins side to side. The next time your knees fall to the right side, you're going to leave them there. Couple options. If you want to deepen this twist, you can stack the right ankle on top of the left ankle. I like to bring my arms out to a wide T shape and then gaze over the left fingertips to complete the twist into the cervical spine, into the neck. Stacked, and then both knees find on the opposite side here towards the left if you're following my cues, and then maybe you stack the left ankle on top of the right knee, gazing over the right side. Flexors, breathing into any other areas of tension in the physical body. You're going to relax the thoughts. Soften through the face. You're going to release the left ankle if it's stacked, and then opening up nice and long for your Shavasana. Couple options here. If you have low back pain, Bring the soles of the feet to the earth and ground your low back into the mat. You can take lots of different shapes with the arms, taking up space with the arms wide. You can bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest for some extra awareness of the breath. And just beginning to come into any shape that's comfortable for you here. You can also come into a seated meditation. Allowing yourself to settle into your final relaxation. Doing a quick body scan for any tension. Begin to bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Imagining a golden light at the crown of your head here. And this light is representative of anything that you need or want to cultivate into your space or into your life. As we begin to drop into deeper states of relaxation, this golden light scans and washes over the entire physical body here. Bring your awareness in between your eyebrows, release any tension between the eyebrows and the temples, around the eyes, the jaw, the ears, the neck. This golden light fills your torso and the arms, relaxing each fingertip, through the hips, the glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. Then it continues down through the soles of the feet, relaxing each toe, until your entire being is filled with this golden light. And begin to rest in this wholeness that you've cultivated for yourself, allowing any outside distractions to just be a part of your experience but not disturb this golden light. Feeling the earth beneath you, holding you up, feeling supported and held and nurtured. Slowly blink your eyes open, maybe rock the forehead or the neck side to side on the mat. And then finding an easy seat here. Once you arrive in your seat, blinking your eyes open, inhale, the arms reach out and up. Exhale, your thumbs to your third eye center, your intuition. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste.